Hello my dear students, welcome back to unit 7, and today we're going to have the lesson 2 in unit 7, how the word works, and our lesson today is going to be about grammar. Okay, so let's learn some grammar as you see in front of you. If you open your page, your book, you will find in this page in front of you four pictures. In each picture, you will read a different sentence. Let's read together. The first one, I go to school. I go to school, and you can see the girl, she's going to school. She says, I go to school. In the picture number 2, last year I learned to swim. Last year I learned to swim. So this was in the past, in the last year. Third picture, my little sister is learning to read. My little sister is learning to read. Number 4, we have lived in this house all my life. We have lived in this house all my life. Of course, you now, while listening, you remembered some of the tenses you have taken or you have studied in the previous year and in the previous term. Among those tenses, the present simple, present continuous, the past, and the present perfect, of course. We are going to have a quick revision on it in the next slide. You see a review of tenses in front of you. The present simple, the present continuous, and the past simple in 3 columns. Let's say the first one, I live. This is in the present, in the present simple. I live, you live, we live, they live, he lives, she lives, it lives. This is the present simple, and you know and you remember that, of course, from the previous year. About the present continuous, of course, you use verb to be and you add ing to the verb after it. I am eating, you are eating, we are eating, they are eating, he is eating, she is eating, it is eating. And of course, you use am with I, are with you, they, we, and you, and the is with he, she, and it. Okay, and of course, you add ing to the verb after the verb to be. For the past simple, of course, you remember the keywords of the past simple, and we are going to revise them. I played, you played, we played, they played, he played, she played, it played. So you add only ed. You remember the regular and irregular verbs. So you only add ed or d to or ied to the regular verbs, and in the irregular verbs they change completely. In the beside this table, you will find another table. We can add time markers. Time markers mean keywords. The keywords or time expressions that shows you which tense you should use. Like in the present simple, you can say, you can use every day. I go to school every day. Every year, I visit my my uncle in America every year. Okay, I often go to the club 3 times a week. I always read the newspaper in the morning. So this is the present simple. Also present continuous, the time expressions for the present continuous is now, or right now, or at the moment you remember, or today. Okay? For the past simple, of course you know that yesterday, last week, last month, or last year, or last vacation, 2 days ago. So yesterday, last, and ago are very important keywords for the past. So if you look to the examples here, you see, Dad reads the newspaper every day. This is present simple. In the next one, you can see they are singing on the bus now. They are singing on the bus now, that they are doing something right now, like we are studying together now. Anne went to the museum yesterday. She went. I didn't say go, because go turns to went in the past. The last example is Lee had a cold last week. Lee had a cold last week. That meant that he was sick last week, but now he is okay. In the next slide, we are going to revise the present perfect. Present perfect, you have taken this in the previous term. You remember? How can we form the present perfect? We form the present perfect tense with have, has, and the past participle of the verb. You remember? Of course, we use have with I, you, we, and they. Like in this example in front of you, you will see I have eaten an apple. You have eaten an apple. They have eaten an apple. With he, she, it, you say he, she, eat, or he has eaten an apple, she has eaten. So in the present perfect, you should use have or has plus the past participle of the verb. In the next slide, we are going to see something else. You are going to know about something you can use in the past, and it talks about the past, which is used to. Used to. This is a page in your book, page 8. And here it's read and match. I matched them for you. I didn't used to be the first one. Number 1. I didn't used to be able to ride a bike. I didn't used to be able to ride a bike, but now I can. Okay, so used to, you use it to talk about past habits or habits you used it in the past, and you are not doing this now. You stop doing it. Okay. Number 2, I used to have long hair, but now it's short. I used to have long hair, but now it's short. That means I used to have short hair when I was young, but now I don't have this long hair, in the past, but now it's short. It's not long anymore. Number 3, I used to be able to wear this white shirt, but now it's too small because I grow up, so it becomes so small I cannot wear it anymore. So I used to be able to wear this white shirt, but now it's too small, I cannot wear it anymore. Number 4, I didn't used to be able to cook. I didn't used to be able to cook. So that means I didn't cook before, but now I can make cakes. I trained and I went to the kitchen, I saw my mom, so I can do it now. And the pictures matching with the sentences we had read. Okay, in the next slide, you can see the uses of used to or didn't used to. From the previous slide, you can know how can you use used to. We use used to talk about the past. It is not a tense. Used to, it's not a tense, but it's like a tense. It's a special structure usually followed by an infinitive or the verb stem. Okay, so I should say I used to play, I used to go. So after to, you put the verb stem or the infinitive of the verb. For example, she used to eat a lot of chocolate, but now she doesn't like chocolate anymore. That means that when she was young, she used to eat a lot of chocolate every day, like any child, but now she doesn't like it anymore. He used to be salesperson. He used to be a salesperson, but now he is a teacher. So in the past, in the very beginning of his life, he used to be a salesperson, but now he is a teacher. He changed his career. In the next slide, we will know more. If you look to the pictures in front of you, you will see the difference between then and now, or in the past and now. Look at the first picture, it's 10 years ago. In 10 years ago, we used only computers, the PCs. We didn't have laptops like now. And of course, you can differentiate between computers and laptops. Nowadays, we use very small devices like smartphones and laptops. So we used to have computers in the past, but now we have laptops and smartphones. We can do anything on them. In the beside this picture, you can see another picture with the means of transportation in the past and means of transportation nowadays. In the past, they used horses, they used boats, but nowadays you can use planes, use ferry ships, and so on. And you can compare between. You can do this on everything in the past and in the present. In the next slide, we are going to sum this up. We used to with all the pronouns. I, you, he, she, it, we, they. Used to swim. Okay, this is a very simple structure. If we want to make it negative, we will say, I didn't used to swim. So it's easy. I used to swim. If you want to make it negative, you say, I didn't use to swim. So if you put did or didn't, you should write the verb stem after it, because didn't express the past, okay? And it is enough in one sentence to express past with one verb. Okay, if you want to make a question, did I or did he use to swim? And question mark, don't forget it. So I answer for this, I did or no, I didn't. Yes, I did, no, I didn't. Here is an example at the end of the slide here. Last month, I rode my bicycle to school. Now, I don't ride my bicycle to school. How can you use used to in this? I used to ride my bicycle to school. I used to ride my bicycle to school. But now, I don't use it anymore. Okay. This is the end of our lesson today. I hope you understood it. I want you to study hard, because there is a lot of tenses and you have to concentrate on them. Thank you and bye-bye.